Hello everyone, what is cooking all you good looking people out there, and welcome to another exciting episode of GeoGuessr. Here we are in yesterday's daily challenge location. Nice spot by the water, surrounded by mountains. Actually, that's the coolest part about this. We are on what looks like a big island, on top of a mountain, on the big island, looking around ourselves, and we can see mountain and mountain. It is like, this is like, how many degrees of mountain? Like 270 mountain degrees that you can see from here to here. You can still see kind of mountains, but not really. But here, whoa, it never ends. This is like where if I went up here, I'd sound like the double rainbow guy, right? Is that, that's, well, I'm sure everyone watching remembers the double rainbow guy, right? Who doesn't remember that? He's like, I'm not going to do an impression, but you guys know how he is. That's how I would feel if I were up here. So, I guess it is time for me to guess where I think we are. And that's the tricky part. But you have to, it's near water. It's big mountains near water. Which means a few things. I don't think the mountains in Norway get quite like this. And obviously the Himalayas aren't close enough to water. And nor are the Alps or anything like that. So then, and maybe we could be in Russia. That's true. But, Alaska is where we have to be. So what about this big, archipelago over here? Like this thing, kind of near Anchorage. Because we're not up there. We're somewhere, in this thing. Right near Valdez. Right? So we're going to say, why don't we be right here on this thing? We make the guess, and the answer was on the right track. On the right track for sure. We were actually... right over here, Perry Island. Well, there you go. 4150. Hopefully some of you guys figured that one out. All right, here we are in the main section of today's video. And not the main section. I always make that mistake, but what can I say? Welcome to today's daily challenge, which is the fun part where you guys guess where in the world I am. But hey, check this place out. We've got some sort of big telecommunications, radio, antenna tower thing. Got a car parked over there out front. A barbed wire, so, the people who like climbing these towers don't get in. And an interestingly paved road. I do like the way that this looks, right? It's like a path, and it's got it looks pretty nice, right? It's like a weird cement road going up the hill. I guess maybe before they laid down the cement, it was too hard for some vehicles to get up. And they made this, and that's made it a lot easier. You can bring in just your crappy car, and you don't need to worry about slipping and sliding and anything like that on there. It's quite nice. Also, the channels, they get rid of the water, so you don't need to worry about, when it gets wet. But hey, look at this. Wow. You get a big view of the open desert, right? Well, this is today's daily challenge, which means it's up to you guys to tell me where in the world you think we are. All you need to do is put your guesses down in the comment section below. Tell me where in the world you think this is, and in tomorrow's video's comment section, I announce the winner, the person that guesses closest. Now, there are no prizes, but there is glory to be won. So if you are interested in becoming today's top GeoGuessr, then tell me, where in the world do you think we are right now? All right, here we are in the main section of today's video, and today we've got a viewer challenge brought to us by our good friend... Bergera. I'll be honest with you. I'm never going to get your name right. I could use a lot of work on it, or I could Google it. Or at least, actually, Googling it's just going to give me a bunch of weird results. I'm going to do that. But I could Google the individual portions of your name, and probably, actually, your last name first, probably. It'll tell me probably where in the world the last name is from. It'll give me a good pronunciation of it, too. And then, first and other names. Then in that case, that would really help. But hey, you know what? I'm always going to butcher it. So, there you go. Thank you so much, Bergera, because that's how I'm going to pronounce it. For this challenge, this one is a theme that a lot of you have decided, hey, you know what? Let's do this one. Last one was fun. Let's find out how much Ather knows about World War II. So these are locations that are relevant to World War II. But this challenge was sent after the other challenge aired. So it won't be any of those ones. And that means that the other one was really nice because it was all locations that I had an idea about. So let's see. Does my knowledge extend to these locations as well? Or do I just have no clue at this point? Do I just have no clue at this point? I think that's likely, by the way. So thank you so much, Perigaro Bergera, for this one. If you are interested in creating your own custom challenge, all you need to do is look down at the description below. You will find a step-by-step guide how to create your own custom challenge and how to send it to me. Also, you'll find a link to this one so you can play along yourself. So let's do it. Now, when I said these locations, this challenge was sent after the last challenge of the same theme, it was. So there you go. we're back. We're back at. Let's see how similar can these challenges be? Because I got a feeling now that this one maybe was not. Maybe you didn't see the last World War II theme challenge, but that'd be such a coincidence, right? No, you had to have seen the other one because, well, maybe not, right? You know. Well, because it's like, you know, I can accept people think of the same theme at the same time. That makes sense. I mean, but this is different. This is like someone thinks of the same of a theme, and then I do a video on it. And then when I do the video on it, without having seen the video, independent thoughts. So we're going around here. So we're going to try. What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and escape. Oh, do we do it? We might have escaped. All right. Oh, there you go. So we are going to, instead of, you know, taking a tour of oh, fuck. This is the sound of me trying to remember what that place is called. Okay, we've actually managed to escape the pictures. That is really good. Instead of taking a chance, Pearl Harbor. Shit, that was really bad. It took me long enough. You know, I was gonna call it Pebble Beach. No, but instead of me trying to, you know, talk about Pearl Harbor, we're gonna take a look at, you know, the surrounding area because that's gonna be fun, right? I mean, Pearl Harbor. We know where it is. It's right near. It's right near Honolulu. It's right over here, and we know that much. And in fact, I believe we're on the island, right? We are on the island. Yeah, we are on the island. So it's like Valor. It's the USS Oklahoma Memorial. So that's the area that we're in. Should we somehow try and take because we're on this island right here. Well, maybe this is where does this go? Well, let's keep going this way and see what we can see. Can we see like a road to Hickman Naval Base Airport or Honolulu? Yeah, H1. Let's go on H1. Maybe we Oh, okay. So Honolulu. We'll do this. Maybe we're not where I think we are. Maybe we're just in this area here. Pearl Harbor. Oh, we are in this area. Okay, there you go. So we were in that area. We're not. It's not the USS Oklahoma Memorial Site. It's this little area right here. Okay, that's good. Should notice that. So are we going to Honolulu? Are we getting there? Well, we've gone on like an underpass, which is not exactly ideal for viewing pleasure. But oh, there we go. We're back up top. All right, let's move forward. There you go. Honolulu. Honolulu, East Waikiki. There's a beach there that's quite famous. Well, there you go. We've made it there. Man, what it would have been to be like in Honolulu or Pearl Harbor area. It's not. What is this area called? Pearl City is there. Was it just always Honolulu? Probably. But man, what it would have been like to be there at that time. I can't imagine. Very scary is the answer. But there are a lot of places where it would have been very scary to be in World War II. Or in any war, in fact. Or in any kind of thing that's going on these days. So, we know where we are. We've explored a little bit. Not very much. Here, this street looks good. Let's go take a look down this street. I gotta say, it looks nice. Not too much going on here. There's like a big airport here. So we're like at not the most exciting or thrilling part of the city, that's for sure. But you do get really nice waters and stuff like that. You know, it is a good looking place. So we make the guess in the answer. That's indeed where we were, 6470. All right. So this is somewhere completely different. There you go. This is somewhere completely different. Leaving bottles of water. That's an interesting tradition or custom to leave bottles of water. Wonder what the idea behind that is. I mean, everyone gets thirsty, but that is interesting. You know, flowers, I get. The bottles of water, though, interesting. All right, so where are we? We got a big statue going on. Someone pointing up to the sky. Very blue in color, everything is. Someone walking by. And then, I mean, that's really it. All right, we got origami, cranes. So I'm guessing then that we are in Japan, is where I'm guessing. And this is not Hiroshima. So this is where I would need to know a little bit more about World War II. Were there any... did America actually get onto Japanese soil? Is there any... I mean, by Japanese soil, I mean... you know, how close? Like what about this island here? Did any fighting? I think there were bombings that were done. But did soldiers ever get there? Did that happen? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure maybe some of these islands over here and stuff like that, that definitely could have happened, which is where I kind of think we are. I think we're on Okinawa somewhere. That's where I think we are. So I'm going to guess that. And the Philippines is another possibility as well, but I think we're in Japan. But what other country? I mean, okay, yeah, I'm fairly certain Canada participated in this. Did they? I forget. I don't know. These are all good questions. Canada certainly participated in the Korean War. But what about, did Canada have a role in the Pacific? I think they did. What about England? I don't know. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. I mean, it's easy to tell. I could Google it. But I don't know. See, these are the things I don't know. What about the Soviet Union? Were they just like on the brink of like, all right, we're going to jump into this? Man, if they had though, that would have changed things quite a bit. Huh. I wonder what are the odds that like, I don't know. There's a lot of questions about that one. How would history have unfolded if that would have been the course that it would have taken, as opposed to being nuclear bombs? Wow. Probably changed a lot of things. But I don't know enough about it. But yeah, all right, there you go. So there's a lot of questions. See, these are all things that I don't know about the war. So make the guess, and the answer was, okay, well, we were over here right near Nagasaki. Oh, okay, so that might have been a memorial. Let's see. Peace Park. Okay, so it's a peace park. So there you go. 2302. All right. You really didn't see that last challenge, did you? It's really funny. I mean, it was like, so we're just gonna go explore these areas. I mean, that's what it's gonna be. This is Omaha Beach in good old fashioned Normandy, which we know where it is. We know where this is. I mean, it's just, the funny thing is, it's like a slightly different location than the last one was. The last one we started off not quite there. This one is another one. But you know, that is really funny because again, in a World War II challenge, and I think there's another World War II challenge, but I'm gonna bet that person must have seen the World War II challenge that I did like a few days ago. But there's no way that two got sent in really recently without having seen the one that I did 2 days ago, right? Is this just a coincidence? It's like the thing where you learn about something for the first time and then you start seeing it everywhere. Is that what's going on here? Maybe it is. You know, because these are obvious locations to choose, and I mean, good on you for choosing them. I mean, that last one, I mean, that was Nagasaki. I guess that's what that counted as. And yeah, okay, that's a pretty obvious one too. I didn't realize that was it because I don't think we could move on the last one. I really hope we couldn't because I certainly didn't. And, you know, it's like the Hiroshima one. You know, obviously you would have figured that one out. Nagasaki, I would have too. In Omaha Beach, I would have as well. So good on you for, you know, at least choosing the ones that are nice and simple, right? And you get someone like me to be able to talk about World War II. You know, you're choosing places that like I've got some knowledge on, not you know, a deep knowledge. Oh, this place is really cool, interesting. Like, look at this thing. That's pretty crazy. Were people in here shooting out of these things? God, how loud would that have been? Very loud is the answer. So yeah, I mean, what a place this is. But you're choosing places, thankfully, that like I know about. That's why I was expecting this to be like a follow-up on the last one. Because this one, I mean, that's pretty much like, because the last challenge pretty much like summed up, you know, pretty much all the places I've really heard of. Not really all the places I've heard of, but, you know, all the kind of places that that I'm more familiar with. Whereas this one over here, I mean, there was Nagasaki. I'm just as familiar with as Hiroshima in terms of the name. Hiroshima's a little bit easier to find on the map. But there you go, right? I mean, there's a few other places as well. But usually those places are all going to start having to do with Canada because, you know, that's what we learn in history class. It's a little bit more focused on that. I mean, that's what history class is all about, right? So there you go. We've taken a little bit of a tour of the French countryside. So where are we? We are in good old-fashioned Normandy, which was jeez. Oh no, boy. Okay, so there's that, and then we've got like, what about this? No, what about Omaha Beach? All right, we found it. Right there. Make the guess on the answer. There you go, 6478. Ooh, now this is different. Although, immediately looking at it, I feel like, oh, hot dog and sandwiches. Berlin. Okay, we are in Berlin. I mean, a lot of stuff happened in Berlin. We know that much, for sure. And look at this. I gotta say, you know, I like this. I like this. This is a nice-looking memorial. I wonder what the significance of it is, but I like it. I think this looks good. You know, in comparison to the monument that they're building in downtown Ottawa right now. It's not a war memorial. Actually, the war memorial is quite nice. It's quite a nice looking thing. Although it really is a World War I memorial building that they've tacked on other dates to. In fact, I feel like they've tacked on a little bit too many now. You know, I like pretending that Stephen Harper is responsible for this, but I'm sure it's not. You know, we do have to, you know, commemorate all the people who have fought in things like that. But I feel like maybe another memorial is due then. And I got a great place they should put it in Ottawa. They should build it right on top of the memorial for the deaths due to communism, because that's a thing that they're building, a monument to commemorate the deaths due to communism, because that's a thing they're building. If that sounds crazy to you, then believe me, you're not alone. But they're building this, and jeez, I mean, I don't know what the idea behind this is, but that sounds like some crazy propaganda shit to me, right? It really does. I mean, that sounds, jeez. You know, maybe build another war memorial or like a memorial to the soldiers or something like that, right? People who have fought in more recent wars than World War II. Keep the old-looking one, because I mean, like the World War One war memorial, which is really like World War One and Two. At least I consider it that way. It really is more World War One because it's all like it's got a huge, like a big statue on it, and it's all like trench warfare-y, and like it. I mean, it's like it looks like World War One, and it is. It's a statue of World War One soldiers. I think I'm fairly certain it is. So you know, maybe you should keep that as what it is, and then make another one that, maybe isn't so one war specific, because, it really does, you go there and it's nice, and it, but it is a World War One memorial where they've tacked on extra dates onto it. And I don't know, I feel like, why don't you just build an own proper one? I got a great place for it. Replace it with the weird communism memorial, because that thing doesn't make any goddamn sense. We are in Berlin. Oh, if you want to know where it is, let's see if it's labeled. I don't even know if it's built, to be honest. It's somewhere, it's like, it's right here. It's in this big hole, isn't it? Yeah. It's right here. I think that's where they're building it. Okay, yeah, right there. Sort of near the Supreme Court. But not really. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The newspapers who were sensationalizing it were like, they're building it right in front of the Supreme Court. They're not building it right here, okay? If they were building it here, that would be pretty crazy. But they're not. They're building it here. I think they're building it here. God, I hope they're not building it there. I think they're building it here. But still weird. We are not in anywhere near here. We are in Germany, in Berlin. Where in Berlin? I don't know. But I like that thing. Even though it's like, it's very, modern. It's just like, big squares and stuff like that. I like it. Where do I think we are? I'm going to say right near. Right here. The answer was, yeah, that was pretty darn close to where we were. We can't really see, though. It's because I thought I saw the Brandenburg gates. So there we are. And finally, we are in... Well, okay. So this is another... Oh, jeez. Look at that. This railway line still leads right into it. Jeez, isn't that something, right? I mean, I certainly hope... Oh, okay. It's actually... I think it's... The tracks, do they just end? Yeah, I guess they must end right here. Okay, that's good. It's good to, you keep the run up a little bit, right? So you get the idea, but, like, you destroy the tracks, Make it so that there's no, no trains coming here, right? you don't do that. We're still in Auschwitz, or whatever. I still haven't figured out how to pronounce it, okay? We're still there. I thought this was going to be, a different one. Say the train tracks, that's something, though, right? Because that's like, jeez, the train tracks. Now that's quite the sight, You just stand over here, you look there like, jeez, that is like, you're on that train and, that's it. No coming back. You're in there. Jeez. I mean, it is interesting how, it is all made of, like, wood. And I would say unassuming materials, right? It's, but I guess, like, it's not like, it doesn't look like a modern prison. I mean, it looks like a prison. It doesn't look like a modern prison. It doesn't have that, like, gray cement wall feel that, for whatever reason, I kind of feel like maybe that would be the case. It's got like it was built differently. But I mean, it's got like the same identical houses and stuff like that. Do you think there was as much green grass growing at that point in time? But like, there really is nothing. So there were like a lot of people here just like held in like captivity. They're doing seemingly nothing. Was this a like? Jeez. And there were other buildings here that have been taken down and stuff like that. Jeez, what a place! I wouldn't want to live anywhere near here. I'm gonna drive by this place every day. I mean, that wouldn't be too fun, now would it? But yeah, the train tracks. There you go. I think that's like, that's the train tracks leading into there. Because is that like the main entrance? It's probably the one, right? I think that, I mean, of course, you go into the buildings themselves, but as far as I've seen so far on our little tour of this place, that seems to be the most impactful place that I've seen so far. The train tracks leading in. Where do the train tracks go to? Once the train deboards, where did it go to then? Wow, it really is huge, though. Look at this. It goes on forever. Not forever, but it goes on pretty far. So this was in Poland, as we learned the other day. This was in like around over here. The answer was okay. No, it was closer to Krakow. That's right. There you go. Railway entrance. So we have found it. This is the railway entrance. Auschwitz 2. Oh, okay. It's the second one. Maybe this is a different place because it looked different than the first one we saw. The first one was made differently. But yeah, okay. So the railway tracks do end. There you go. So which one of these tracks here? Which one of these tracks here was the one that led there? It's probably the split like right around here or something like that. Or this thing right here. Yeah, actually, it was probably like this one right there. Went like that or something. Wonder what that is. But yeah, oh, okay. Juden ramp. Yeah, I got a feeling that this also has to do with it, based on the word we just based on this word over here. This is a place called the Juden ramp. Jeez, maybe it changes the name or something. But yeah, there you go. Wow, what a place. 2685. So that takes our second tour of World War II, starting off in none other than Pearl Harbor, which we went to explore a little bit more, the little Honolulu area, or this area. We didn't get to Honolulu, that's for sure, but explored a little bit. That was quite fun. Then we went to Nagasaki, new location. I was thinking maybe Okinawa. Exposed a lot of ignorance there. Well, not ignorance. A lot of things I just don't know about. Asked a lot of questions. Got no answers because I'm just talking to myself here. Then we went to Omaha Beach. Explored a little bit of that area. Omaha Beach, D-Day. Y'all remember that? Where was that other beach? Didn't I remember the name of it the other day? I did, didn't I? Juno Beach. There you go. Where's Juno Beach? I don't know. I'd like to know where it is. Because that's the one you hear a lot more about in Canada. You hear about Omaha still. And then we went to Berlin. Talked more about weird memorials in my city. But actually, it's because I really liked that one. I thought that one was quite nice. And I thought of the great memorial they could destroy in my city and build another one there. The Deaths Due to Communism Memorial. Because that's a really weird one. Then we went to Auschwitz 2, which may or may not be the same one we went to last time. But it looked quite different. The big difference was the train tracks one. That was something. I mean, that was... Jeez, that really was something. My God. But there you are. Wow. Huge complex. My God. 24/3/96. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Aw, yeah. Cue the royalty-free music. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, everybody. Get on your feet. Stand up, look at the screen, and repeat. I'm gonna like, rate, comment, and subscribe. I love watching Ather vids all of the time. Thanks for dropping by and spending the time. Hope you've enjoyed, and let's get on with our lives. Oh yeah. Thanks to Kevin MacLeod for these awesome beats. Woo yeah. Have a good one.